Okay, this is the standard grand final between Up and Away and Rodrigo, also known as Rodrigo, Crespo, Miguel against Alex Halkias. This is the standard. Hopefully it's going to run smoothly because we had some issues with X-Mage all afternoon. So up and away is Alex. So I'll just refer to him as Alex, and obviously Rodrigo. I'm not too familiar with the standard metagame at the moment, as I'm pretty sure most people are not. But it looks like it's probably blue-white monument. I'm guessing up against an energy deck. It looks like an error already. Ah, yeah, so they're going to roll back. Just a simple misclick, so he missed his land drop. Generally, we say not to enable rollbacks, but that's just to avoid arguments over sequencing and so on. But when it's something simple like that, it's not an issue. Yeah, so Alex is on the blue-white monument deck. Which just so happens to be the deck I play in standard as well. I haven't seen that guy reach Sanitarium too much in recently. Actually, I haven't seen any other colours. I chose not to see their hands just to avoid any issues that might arise from that, but perhaps Rodrigo's on a blue-red control. Yeah, it looks like it's Alex is just a stock build. I think. Oh, I've got black now. I think it was Todd Stevens played this to fourth at the SCG Invitational. I apologise if the sound is not too fantastic. I had my teeth extracted, wisdom teeth extracted yesterday, and my mic is a cheap one. I'm waiting for a Amazon day or to get a Blue Yeti for cheaper. So I'll keep the talking to a minimum. I'm really not sure what the win con is for Rodrigo. Probably most likely Torrential Gear Hulk, but he's still got 5 cards in the grip. So this could be a long drawn out control matchup, though. Alex's deck generally plays about 24, 25 creatures. He'll side into more counter spells. Oh, okay. Hey, that's pretty cool. He's on some sort of brew. Ah. And there's the power of the bygone bishop. He baited him quite nicely there. Bishop was always a pretty cool card, but it's never seen play. The artist Jason Engel was at GP Vegas, and I wanted him to sign my playset, but I nearly didn't because I never used them. But I thought I'll do it anyway. And then when I get back from GP Vegas and people were playing, that would have been nice prior to the Sweltering Suns. Dynavolt Tower gives. Let's have a look. You get 2 energy every time you cast a spell. But normally the energy decks oh, energy decks will play green to ramp the energy, but I haven't seen any evidence of green from Rodrigo yet. That's his second spell queller. Probably my favourite card in standard. I usually play spirits in modern as well. Mm, I think you need 5 to activate the tower. 2, 4, yeah, 5. So you can just sack the spirit here in response. Huh? Okay, not sure what happened there. I don't know why this. I think I've missed something. The spell. I thought he. Oh no, Rodrigo's made a mistake because spell queller's 3 mana. You need a permanent to leave the battlefield for the fatal push to resolve. So that's quite a big error. That's the sort of thing that we don't like the rollbacks for. So sometimes in the X Mage. Oh, there's Rodrigo now. He's saying you won't believe me, but that push was intentional. I was going to say that's why we don't have rollbacks because you'll get some trolls on X Mage that will demand a rollback for that. But it's just a player error normally. But no, he says it's intentional. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the grand plan is. Maybe just to get to the 5 mana for the tower. The only issue now is even if he uses the tower on the queller, he can just sack the selfless spirit in response. And now he's got 2 spirits, so he's going to be extremely difficult. Yeah, have to do it in response. So he'll sack the I like Rodrigo's comment. You won't believe me, but the push was intentional. But Rodrigo's down to 2 cards. Oh, that's going to make it hard. Counterspell, luckily. Oh, that hurts. I think there's Alex's deck normally plays two of those Metallic Rebukes in main deck. Now he's got the two, he's really got the engine going. Because you'll get four per spell. He's just one more spell short of stabilizing. He's got no cards in hand, but the Gaia Reach Sanitarium's going to be able to draw him some cards. Chooses not to use it. Oh, he can't because he has to discard a card anyway. Yeah, so now he can get going. Shock the spirit. He'll get the energy, but in response, he has to sack the spirit. But he can do it on Alex's turn. Yes, so, but he doesn't have the permanent that's going to leave the battlefield because he can use the tower to shoot down the Queller. But then the Fatal Push has got no target. So I guess he has to take down the bishop first and save it to get the Queller later when there's a target. The problem with the Fatal Push here is in this deck, the only two targets it has without a permanent leaving are Thraben Inspector and Selfless Spirit. Hey, that's just basically a cycle so that he can get his creatures back. He's doing it twice. So Dust of Dawn, return all creatures of power two or less from your graveyard to your hand. So he's gassed up. He's got 11 cards. It's awesome. But Rodrigo down to 5 life with 1 card in hand up against Alex who discarded. He discarded 2 bishops and a Selfless Spirit and a Prairie Stream. So his hand is very interesting. Here's a main phase disintegration. So the Fatal Push is gone. But Dust of Dawn is really cool. Cycler. Not Cycler, sorry, but Buyback. Interesting sequencing there. Thought he would go the other way. Bishop into Inspector. Rodrigo can shoot one down, but yeah, probably do it now before it resolves. But Cloud Blaze is going to put him back up to 7 cards again. But he's got 1 card and he's out of energy. He's going to draw and discard here. So he discards a Fatal Push, which could only get the Thraben Inspector. And he concedes. Yep. I think he's too far behind, especially when Alex has 6 cards in hand drawing.